Icewind Dale, home to the most hardened of frontiersmen, pioneers, and nomads. Beyond the sporadic dots of civilization dwells terrifying beasts and deadly monsters. Each night, before midnight, Auril takes to the sky and weaves her spell of ice and darkness. For 2 years, the north of Faerun has been covered in everlasting rime. From Dugan's Hole to Lonelywood, from high atop Kelvin's Cairn down to Mare du Walden. Hungry and cold, the population of Icewind Dale huddles together in empty homes, praying to the gods to end Auril's reign. Their prayers were answered. Heroes summoned by fate have vowed to break the Frost Maiden's spell.
Hello, everyone! We're back! It's Monday. It's cold, at least in this game. And we are ready to brave the blizzard once more with Secrets of the North. I am Simon at Wandering DM. Why is my camera a little crooked?
Just like the rest of you.
Wow.
I
That's
mean it
because-
as a compliment. You
that's-
go against the grain. It's one of the things I like about you.
It's because my house is crooked. It's not me, I swear.
A likely story.
I don't believe you.
But I am your apparently crooked DM, Wandering DM.
Sounds more imposing when you say it like that. Like,
We know how the roles are going to go now.
I mean, this
If
is
it's
setting the tone
anything-
for the entire thing, so...
If it's anything like my game this weekend, y'all are gonna be in for some good times as I will roll nothing but critical misses.
Lovely.
hot diggity.
Yeah. It was...
Don't feel too bad. The Jasper's Game Day charity stream, the DM was set up with a level 6 adventure because we were level 6, and the audience bought us up to level 13 by the end.
Nice.
Bet it was a quick game.
I necrotic shrouded them into, like, oblivion. It was great.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Well, for comparison, my home group is also playing Icewind Dale, and they took care of one of the bosses in 1 round.
We could do it. Bring it on.
We can beat that. We can beat that. Let's do it in under.
It was, I was a little disappointed.
Etten has a great club fish now. Look.
Save up those reactions. We can do that in under a round. We got this.
Well, speaking of Etten, why don't y'all introduce yourselves? And
Oh, hello.
let's go, Justice. You're first.
Oh, hello. I'm Etten. I am a priest of Lathander. Sometimes he's in me. And I have multiple magic fish. And I'm Justice. But we are 2 separate entities.
Are you, though?
Next up is the person right next to Justice on the overlay, Alice.
I don't like going after Justice because he starts with the God being or like, powerful things being inside him, and I want to like up him, right? I want to say they were inside me too, but it
Oh,
just
God.
puts me in a,
It's
like
really
all
getting
this
bad.
like different.
And
Anyways,
Lathander can be in all of us.
At once?
Yes,
like-
he's
Is this
ever
like Yurok
present.
Kadoji here or something
wasn't
like that? This is like...
no, it wasn't Lathander. It was a female, I think.
Oh, nobody gets
Right?
it.
Was it Simon? Okay.
Huh?
Anyways,
Who?
Um, yeah, I will be playing Alize tonight, as I do every week. Yes, let's go find my boo. Bay,
Yes, we're
Bay,
on-
Baywatch. Bay
On the
search.
way. On the way to find your
Hashtag
love.
Fish Bay.
Fish Bay.
Up next, we have Justin.
That's me. I've never had Lathander anywhere near me, and I will press charges.
wait.
And I play Ragnar, the
Birdman.
not Birdman.
The bird. There's no man. It's just bird.
I'm 100% certain these people have never seen a bird in their life. Person.
That
Ranger.
might be accurate.
Who is now
Or Diana, not Helen.
suddenly leading these people somewhere further along in the tundra.
And among these people, we have Sarkia.
Hello. I am Kelly. I play Sarkia, who I can actually say now is a Wizorcerer. A
Wait, what?
Wizorcerer.
A worcerer. A worcerer.
Worcester?
Sorzard.
Worcester.
Sorzard.
You only get to be that if you can spell it.
WORCHES. TERSHIRE.
No.
Already
There's
have
no
to
H at
declass.
the, yeah. It's Worcestershire.
Yeah, I messed up with the H. Okay, anywho. Yeah. So now I am both of myselves at once. Completely both of myselves at once, which I'm sure will be totally fine. I'm gonna go all Gollum on all of you.
And last but not least, we have Heliphine.
Hey everybody, I'm Diana, and tonight I'll be joining you as Heliphine, the resident werebear Goliath monk in this party. Every party should really have one. I just happen to be the one for this party.
And you are, at this point, the most normal person in this party.
I don't think that's true.
I believe it's true.
My girlfriend is literally a god.
And a bear.
And your
bear.
mom. She's also
And
your
also
mom.
kind of your
No,
mom.
not my mom. That's
She said it.
It's a little
Yeah, I called you child.
look. I feel like
So-
y'all are judging something that you couldn't possibly understand. But anyway, I'm Heliphine. Also Diana. Not Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
And last time we left our group, they were heading off into the tundra, far away from the town of Easthaven. And
Very far away.
yes, heading northwest towards the Sea of Moving Ice, towards Revel's End, the prison where Alize's
Who named that
lover-
place? That's like, I don't know.
I have no idea. But yeah,
Very imaginative.
towards Alize's lover and boyfriend.
Fish Bay.
But as you travel the tundra, why is there an H in there? As you travel the tundra,
Thunder,
You stole it from
thunder,
Worcestershire.
thunder.
You took it from the Worcestershire.
I am the worst at English.
The
DM in French.
Worcestershire in English, would you say?
Today we will be doing this entirely in French, except for Simon, who will be doing it in English.
Oh boy,
God.
guys. This is gonna be bad.
Oui, oui. Baguette.
Bonjour!
Oh god, it's gonna turn like that episode of Dexter's Lab. No,
You are stupid.
one thing that happened.
No, not that, Dexter.
No, you're- a blizzard arose on your travel, forcing you to veer off course a little towards a cabin in the distance. And that's where we're going to start tonight.
Can I just say real quick,
Yes.
out of character? Guys, I was super proud of my tweet today.
The burr stump, cold stump thing?
Yep.
What was it? I'm
didn't see it.
suspended. I don't.
I thought we were talking about how great, an actor someone is, but okay.
No. Well, yes, he is. He is. Tom Hardy is an amazing actor, but I did. Burr. It's cold in here. There must be an aural in the atmosphere.
Oh God.
This is my fiance, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
wish I didn't know this about
Look,
you.
it was
I
great.
get to marry him.
It was
I wish I'd
great,
never
and
heard it.
I expect everyone to appreciate this appropriately.
I don't
Look,
even know
I'm
what
sorry.
it's from, and I don't appreciate it.
Bring it on!
What?
The
I am.
cheerleading movie from the early 2000s.
Justice's favorite movie.
Okay, well that would explain why I don't know what it
I don't,
is.
I don't know how these things work with live. Like, can we just shut it all down and restart?
No,
Okay. Right.
Shut up, you all love it.
you take what you get,
Okay, sorry. I
and
just
you like it.
yeah, that's right.
That's okay. Like I said, a blizzard arose. Etten mysteriously disappeared. Nowhere to be found. So the
Rude.
four of you. No, so your entire party would notice a somewhat steep hill going up towards the crest is like more to the west than where you were headed, but there is atop it a log cabin where you could seek shelter from the storm. And I would ask all of y'all to put your characters on the map.
I should open up my character sheet.
Overrated, make it up.
Are we still level 6?
What? You're not level 6.
We're level 4, homie.
Shh. Damn it.
I
Close
thought
to
we were level 8.
Remember, I put in Legend Keeper the tracker for your level now?
Supposedly.
Okay, but my whole screen on Roll20 is dark.
Same.
Yeah, you
Did you
should
remove the
be
fog of
able-
war?
No, your character should have, let me see. Aha! Ha ha ha!
Uh-huh.
You're too tiny.
What?
Let me fix that.
I'm confused.
We have,
We are petite, as he would say.
Petit. Person petit.
alright, I have Ragnar, I have Alize, I have, Etten, I have Sarkia, and I have Helifine. Do you see yourselves on the map?
Negative Ghost Rider.
Nope.
I don't see a map.
There's no map. Only dark.
This truly is the dark of the soul, so.
Darkest timeline confirmed.
Oral, what you doing?
That is Etten.
Do I need to go call my mom?
Edson, shine some light on the map, please.
Etton's gone, remember?
Etton's
Uh,
gone.
Justice, do you see anything now?
Now I do, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I forgot to give you control of your minis, so I was the only one who could play with y'all.
Oh, sweet. Now I can. Oh, look at that dynamic lighting you got going on. Wow, look at Roll20 and the dynamic lighting that you can do with this.
Uh-huh.
Roll20, an amazing
Roll
system,
so
everyone.
I mean, I would love to, but it's still all black for me.
Look at Roll20, not difficult to use.
No. I'm sorry.
No, you should see something, Kelly. Can
I
you
see
that
zoom
people-
out?
I have zoomed. I am so far out. I can't. I don't know what to do.
Okay, do you see anything now?
No. Wait. Is there? I can't tell if that's a pixel that's out on my computer screen, or a character. Listen.
Oh.
Look.
I mean,
I think. Okay. Now I do. Okay. It just opened. Like I
there
see
we
now.
go. Okay, so it's only because
Ah.
I'm gonna fix this. It is only because the new dynamic lighting actually allows for light sources. And so if you do not have dark vision, you can set up light sources and they will show on the map like, what your character can see depending on where they are.
Whoa.
But
This is dope.
Rime of the Frost Maiden was made before that update.
I was about to say.
yeah,
Some
so
of us
for
don't
Roll
need
20
lights.
Yes, for Roll20, I need to give y'all dark vision. Because otherwise, no one sees anything.
I see.
So now you
Cool.
should actually see. So as you go up the hill, you notice this fairly big log cabin. It also has two smaller buildings next to it. The wind whips your faces. The blizzard is coming. You manage to just distance yourself from it, but you know it'll come back again. It'll come back around. But right now, like, it is snowing, it is windy, but there's still enough visibility that you can see everything that's on the map right now.
Can I tell you how much I appreciate that Helifine's outfit looks like a 90s, like she's wearing jeans and a scarf. I love it. It makes me happy.
It's inspired by Frozen.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask something?
Yes?
What's the thing in front of me that looks like a trapdoor almost? Is that
Yeah, this little building that you notice is an outhouse. Let me actually remove
Check.
there we go.
because you really don't need to have it hidden. Yep, it's a tiny outhouse.
Poop shack.
And you notice also as you approach the cabin that a lot of the logs and a lot of the wood that made up the ramp that goes up to the different doors have been blasted to smithereens. In fact, the cabin
didn't do it.
itself is covered in soot. And there isn't any sound coming out of it.
DM.
And you said Etten disappeared from us?
No, I was kidding. It's because he made
Okay.
a joke.
I see. I wanted to make sure Etten didn't just vanish in the mist because of, gods are inside of him.
No. It was me being.
He had to go be alone with the
facetious.
god inside of him.
Is it reasonable to assume that we have had a long rest since
Yes,
our last?
definitely.
Okay.
Everyone is at max health. Everyone has all of their key points, spell slots.
Does it look like something magical happened, or does it look like a natural disaster took place here?
You could make either an investigation or an arcana check.
Cool. Well, investigation is +1 and arcana is -1. So, guess which one I'm gonna roll.
You're gonna go with
23
investigation.
on Arcana for
Arcana.
Sarkia.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for Diana's investigation
cool.
check.
I'm just gonna roll
19.
my mini around because of the dynamic lighting. It makes me happy. Okay, sorry.
With a 19, you surmise. That's the word, right? Surmise?
Yep.
That the explosion that happened here is not magical in origin. Except that you do not know what could create such a rather big explosion. As you just investigate the outside, the exterior of the cabin, the soot that covers the walls probably came from like the shockwave of the explosion, which, you know, blew away loose planks or some of the like more rotten logs, and it's in that like that shockwave that all the soot and the dust and the ash carried outside. It doesn't wrap around the whole cabin. It's mostly around the like southern part of the cabin, that like what you saw when you came up to it. The windows have shattered, but the fact that most of the cabin remains, like, that is not normal. Clearly the
Right.
explosion was, let's say, alchemical in origin, non-magical,
Okay.
but something must have protected the rest of the cabin. And yes,
No, I was gonna say, so oh well, I don't have detect magic, but so it almost looks like something was protecting, right? Like a shield or something around the cabin
yeah.
itself.
Last thing with the investigation check. The cabin still looks sturdy enough. It's not gonna fall down.
That's essentially what I was percepting. So
Yeah.
it just looks like
It's-
it's standing, right?
Yeah, the foundation. So it's built on these like beams up from the snow, and the entire like system of beams underneath it is intact. Nothing was burnt. Nothing was shattered. Like the ground, the foundation, I should say, is solid. With the Arcana check, Sarkia's Arcana, one thing you can add to the investigation is that whatever protected from the explosion, because I will assume that you've been walking around the house, right, to see everywhere around. Whatever protected the rest of the house from the explosion happened inside and was like the closest thing you could think of is someone casting a clutch resilient sphere to try to contain most of the explosion.
Like an oh shit button.
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
confine the explosion in a hamster ball.
A DM.
Yes.
We were told about a cabin previously. Justice remembers that. Is that something that we know here, that this is the cabin that we were directed to, or is that not relevant or revealed yet?
So far, this is the only cabin that you've seen in that direction. They didn't, like they said, it was a cabin built by a ranger years ago. It could very well be that one. I can tell you out of game, yes it is. Strange coincidence. But there are no other log cabins around. Like, it's not like Icewind Dale was a ski resort.
Well, ooh, hello,
Failed initiative.
hello in the house.
I don't
Before
think
we head
anybody's in
to
here,
the-
Atten.
Cabin. I actually wanted to take a look at this like little thing too, if there's anything in there.
The outhouse?
Yeah.
So-
Poops.
No one replies to your sound, to your call, Etten. Alizé, you open the door to the outhouse. It is frozen all over inside. Like an inch of ice is covering all of it. There
Like,
is a
there's
hole. The
nothing-
hole is open.
Mhm.
You can look in the hole if you want. It's not covered, but it's basically like if the inside of this this outhouse had been covered in water like 2 years ago, and then Oral, you know, froze everything when she cast her spell over Icewind Dale.
Let's see. Interesting.
Could I check out the area where it appears like the most damage was done? Just to see if maybe I can find the source or something like that.
Yep. What I will do, starting with Helifine, I'll go around the table. Like, unless we enter combat. Because I figure all of you, like,
Wait,
scatter...
what are we fighting?
No,
what
no,
are we combating?
Unless. So, like, I figure, like, all of you are scattering, like, moving about the house with, like, you know, staying within shouting distance of each other, but not necessarily moving, like, the 5 of you huddled together from one place to the next.
That sounds about right.
So, Helifine, you said you wanted to check the probably the place that suffered the most damage.
Yeah.
This window over here. So the first window next to, let's call it the front entrance, not only has the window shattered, glass panes actually. The entire frame around it, and even some of the logs were like pushed out. That's the worst damage you can see.
Can you ping it again?
Yes, I'm actually going to ping it in a different color because, not that I don't like the color black, but it makes pinging on a map very shitty.
Incidentally, Sarkia is going to try to scramble up. It looks like this is raised off the ground a little bit. So she's going to try to get up there and inside to see if anything magical can be salvaged. Because if magical was cast, then...
You do not have to, like, climb... Like, I mean, there's a staircase. Oh, I should...
Oh yeah, I see the staircase. It's just a little weird.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
No, it's because there's something missing, and that's because it's on my layer, so that will probably help all of you.
Okay.
And also, there's a ravine next to the cabin. Like, the cabin is overlooking a ravine. That's 120 foot deep before you hit the tip of the pines that are there.
Cool.
Okay.
So it's got a great view, actually. Prime real estate.
We just
Maybe
don't
not
know
so
why
much
the ski
anymore.
resort.
What? Hi, Elefine?
I said maybe not so much anymore.
Well, if you're a fan of winter, maybe. So Sarkia went up to check the side door, right?
Yes. She's up by Ragnar.
Okay. The door is... Whoa. The door is a little jammed. It is not completely blocked. And with little effort, you are able to pry it open. The interior of this rather square room has a few tables lying about and a lot of tools. You see smithing tools. You see jewel making tools, maybe. There's a bookcase against the north wall that currently is completely empty, aside from some scraps of papers. And you notice in the floor, right where, like, what would be the bottom, like under the bottom shelf of the bookcase, there is a tiny hole, roughly this big, from where you can see, like, the snow 20 feet below you. Like, you can see outside through it.
Is it about the same size as the hole that the Durgar made himself tiny and dropped through?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a mouse.
Okay.
I was gonna
Well,
say a
then I'll
mouse
just
hole, but-
Sarkia will investigate for anything left behind by the alchemical stuff while other people do their thing.
All right. So I'll ask you while other people do their thing. Roll a perception check, and we'll go around the table.
Investigation?
And investigation is to deduce what's going on, what happened.
Okay.
I'll go around the table, and then we'll come back to that perception check. Ragnar, you climbed up the stairs. You're on the landing, and peering through the window, you see the same thing that Sarkis saw. However, the window where you are still has bits of glass in it.
And then Sarkia went and opened the door into the room.
Yep.
From here, actually, I can't tell from here. It doesn't look like any other parts of the cabin connect from this room. Like it's an outside, an outside part of the cabin or something.
Yeah, it looks like it was maybe added over time, like was not part of the original cabin and was just added afterwards. It would be, you know, if we were in modern days, I'd say it would be like the garage.
A work shed, a garage, a little weird frozen man cave.
Yep. It's the Ranger's man cave. I like that.
So yeah, I mean, as long as it doesn't, I don't see anything drastically dangerous, and it doesn't seem like it has a door that connects anywhere. Then I would then go towards one of the other front windows to peek through.
All right.
And see in there.
And just in case, Etten, is it also what you were doing, looking through the windows? Because I see you put your, like, meaning you walked up the ramp. I just want to know if you are, basically, everything I'm about to tell Justin, like, you would have seen it too by going in front of the window. Same
No.
for... Oh, okay.
I have other intentions.
Okay. So I'll just finish what's inside. It's a living area, right? Snow has fallen through holes in the roof and has accumulated in the corners of this room. Every bit of furniture that you can see, from the fireplace to the table, is to the bookcase, is the shelves, sorry, right next to the window. They're all like scorched black. In the middle of the table, so right here, there's a big, like, thick book that was open. That is now, like, covered. You're pretty certain that it's just... It turned to ash, but the shape remained. And any touch or a strong gust of wind will break it to pieces. Next to the table on the floor, and a bit everywhere too, now that you look at them, there are a bunch of broken wine bottles. And when I say a bunch, I mean like 48. And you can make it out half under the table right here. You see the charred remain of a skeleton. And the skeleton is clutching something. Like, almost like died in the fetal position.
Yep.
But you see something made of steel in their arms. Like, they're clutching this, whatever it is, like, bundle of steel or whatever. And they're half under the table. Meanwhile...
I guess then the only thing I would do would just be to loudly just say, "There's a corpse in there."
Good call. Alice,
Yes.
what are you doing?
So, does it look like the the part that's like deep, 120 feet, just like recently happened as well, or the cabin looks like it was, placed appropriately for where it was?
Can you make a
before?
nature check?
I can try.
Because I mean, you've probably read about like architecture and geology. Yeah, okay. With a crit, so you go on the edge of the cliff, and you look like how it's made and what it's made of, and it's actually like solid stone. There's no ice on it. There's no like blocks of ice that could have formed that if something happened, it could dislodge and cause an avalanche or a landslide. Whoever built this cabin chose this spot because it is like the safest. And also from where you are on the edge of the cliff, looking beyond, you see there's the woods, right? And on the horizon, you can see Lake Mare Duwalden and the town of Lonelywood, and a little further away, it's very tiny, the town of Tourmaline.
Okay.
So there's a strategic worth to this, to the location of this cabin.
Okay.
So it's not just a ski resort. It's like someone built it here for probably multiple reasons.
And sorry, it's hard to tell from the characters. Who is this? Is this Helafine? No.
Yeah, that's Helfine. You can zoom
Okay.
in if you
Yeah.
hold Alt down and you scroll with your mouse wheel.
There we go. Yeah, so I'll mention it to Helafine, just what I saw.
All right. Etin. Oof. I didn't have my my overlay open, and I forgot names.
You forgot my name?
It happens.
Anyway, so as everybody is going about their business, I look and I see that this is a cabin and there's a blizzard coming and we should probably worry about that first. So I start casting mending on the walls, 1 foot at a time.
Oh, nice. The only thing that you cannot mend is the glass.
Ooh.
Because you would need to find... Because mending doesn't create from
Right.
nothing. So you would need to find every little piece, like shard of glass, and then mend it. That's going to be a bit harder. However, by the time you get to where you are, so you know where the logs basically blew out open, you manage to at least close them together. So instead of being almost like a new doorway, it's just a window frame. And if you are mending, you can all consider that whatever holes there were in the balcony are mended. So you will not need to jump over anything. But that also means that Helafine, who was like under the house, just saw you put the planks above her head, like one by one, to fix it.
I won't whistle because I don't know how that will come through on the mic, but the whistle while you work from Snow White with the 7 dwarfs, that's what I'm... Oh, just repair this cabin and then it'd be a nice place to stay for a night or two when this blizzard comes through. We could tell some stories around the fire.
The stories?
What?
Ghost stories?
No, I'm scared of ghosts.
I'm sure Sarkia knows some though.
She is one.
Sarkia, Sarkia sticks
Autobiography.
her head out of the cabin. Excuse me, I'm what?
A ghost?
No, I'm not.
Well, agree to
You kind
disagree.
of said you were.
And she goes back in the house. No, I'm really not.
I've had a good in me.
Zarka's head pops out again. I don't remember that.
It'll happen again, I'm sure.
Oh, you were knocked out, weren't you?
Oh, yes. She didn't see me.
Oh, that was a good one.
The light of Lathander shone through me as he thrust himself into me like a glove.
It might have been like a one possession stand kind of thing, and I don't really think you can rely on Lathander coming back.
In my
Ooh, no.
experience, gods are very fickle.
Yes,
Once he's
but I'm
had you
his
once,
prophet.
you're just boring.
Wow.
She
I
goes back
can't-
to the cabin.
Believe Helafine just put that out there like that though. So he's saying just want it and quit it, like it's just not gonna be there.
Look,
Anymore?
I calls him how I sees him.
I laid a wham bam on Errol and I said, "Thank you, ma'am."
Lathander wasn't
Suddenly, the
like,
cabin shakes. The ground gives way. Etten falls 120 feet below.
I catch Ethan and
So, Helafine, what are you up to?
I was still trying to examine the wreckage.
Okay. Make a before I say something that might, not be true. Yes, can you make a perception check?
I certainly can.
Because your
I
passive
recall-
is not high enough.
Yeah, I'm not good at those.
Wait a second. You've got some wisdom.
No, I don't.
Oh, I
No.
thought you did.
No.
I do.
My
That's-
bad.
That's oh shit. 4 dice don't count.
I assumed.
That's a critical failure. So I get buried in the deck that Etten is repairing, and no one ever sees me again. I just
No.
live under the house like a
You
troll.
well, you do look under the house, and basically you try to shake like each of the pillars to see if they would hold, and as you're doing so, you notice a pair of squirrels running along one of the beams, and like they jump, but well, they're like vertical beams, and some of them are placed like diagonally, so they're running on the diagonal ones.
Could I pull out just a little piece of whatever, I don't remember what vegetable I have right now, and try and lure them closer to me?
You have radishes, I
Um,
recall.
Yep, that's true. Taken from the white lady. You can try animal handling, but they are like very scared.
Well, that's okay. So that's kind of what I want to try and learn here. If they're just animals who happen to find their way here and are not terrified of this cabin, or if it looks like I don't know. I'm
I'll-
looking for signs of something unnatural, basically.
Okay, make an animal handling, and
Okay.
what we'll do is it'll serve both for trying to get them to come closer and also observe their behavior.
Won't if I roll a 3?
They are not
Here's-
interested in your radish. And you think they're scared of you.
Oh, well, that tracks. Helafine will retreat out from under the house looking extraordinarily defeated.
Say anything about the squirrels under the house?
No, because it seems perfectly natural right now.
As you leave under the house, you notice. So Alizé is near you, overlooking the cliff, and farther out, Ragnar is collecting woods. But there are no signs of Etten. You know Etten was nearby because he was repairing the balcony, and no signs of Sarkia, which is going to bring me back to Sarkia. And your 17 perception check, right?
Yes.
Throughout the whole room, you find enough tools to create a set of smith's tool and a set of tinker's tools. And judging by the size of those tools, the tinker's tools are made for someone with smaller hands than yours. Like noticeably smaller.
She'll definitely gather the sets up. Did I notice any leftover alchemical supplies?
There were bits of like twisted metals and such, residue of like a black powder. It didn't smell like anything, but there aren't any remains here. Like not even like a random empty vial or a like those. I don't remember the name of the
no body
stands.
parts.
No body parts.
You probably did hear me earlier say there's a corpse in there, though, but I was referring clearly to the house.
Yes, the other room. She'll walk out, I assume, just as Heliphine comes out from underneath the cabin.
Yeah, it's pretty much all happening like at the same
Well,
time.
unfortunately, I don't see anything in there that can much help us, other than that somebody was trying to make a bomb, it looks like, and failed miserably.
Well,
Or
why would we get
succeeded.
sent? Sorry.
I vote Diana.
Why would we get sent to an empty cabin though?
Well, I doubt it was empty when you got sent here.
Well, then we should go find him.
Find who?
Whoever was here.
There is a body.
Ooh.
Oh no, that's his.
You. Ranger.
You're picking up wood from the wood pile.
And may or may not be trying to ignore them.
He always this rude.
He is.
Was that
I mean,
skeleton a
there's-
dwarf, or am I going to have to go look for myself?
There's nothing
Um,
in the cabin, so I say we should just keep going so we can, find other things, other people.
No, we got sent here. Certainly, there's a reason.
I mean, there's nothing. There's no rock. I mean, there's no nothing
Anyone check
of
her for
interest
magic
here.
rocks?
You check who for magic rocks? Alizé?
Yes.
Didn't you confiscate all of her magic stones?
I confiscated a bunch, but I know she looked for some in the, which she never seemed to call anybody out on, incidentally, or has noticed. But no, it's like I don't know if she found any in the speaker's home, but
No, the speaker's... Well, I can tell Alizé the speaker's home didn't have any charlatan. Except for the giant demon statue.
That was a little bit.
is the skeleton human or dwarf? One of you must know.
Etten, I know it all takes place at the same time. I'll just bounce across the table for a moment. Because Etten, you're inside, so you see it more. Like, more clearly than Ragnar could. The skeleton that is clutching that metal thing halfway under the table is a human, or at least I should say human-looking skeleton. So could be an elf, could be half elf, could be half orc. but is definitely not a dwarf or a gnome or a halfling, just judging by the size of the skeleton itself.
At this point, as I come in, I would like to cast Detect Magic.
I would also like to ask Helafine a question.
All right.
Why do you have radishes out?
For the squirrels.
Where did you find squirrels?
Well, we're in the wilderness. Have you not?
Were they in the house? Were they under the house? Where are they?
Well, I haven't been in the house yet. They were
There's
running
a hole
on
up
beams.
here, and there's obviously stuff that's missing.
Well, if
Where
you're
are
going to
these
ask me a
squirrels?
question, you should probably wait for the answer. They were running around underneath the house. I tried to make friends.
Did it work?
No.
I will come help you. And she hops over the side of the thing and takes Helafine by the hand and drags her back under the house. There's a hole in the floor, Simon. You told me it was rodent size. The squirrels are obviously thieves.
Maybe. Question for Etten. Are you casting Detect Magic as a ritual? Or are you using a spell slot?
It's a Furbog magic.
Oh, okay. So it's just, it happens. There is magic. Now the GM needs to check the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. There is magic coming. There's a lot of magic. No, sorry. Yeah. Let's say a lot of magic, but in the sense of multiple small auras of magic around the skeleton. It all seems to come from what he's holding in his chest. Like, against his chest, I should say.
Nothing from the book or resident residual magic in the air around the cabin. Or anything like
that is what I am trying to see. No magic there. No magic there. No magic here. Nope, that is all. It really is just skeleton with I should say 2 different magical auras. If you focus on them, there is an abjuration and transmutation. But it comes like it's not the same thing. Like there's one of each.
Okay. Once Etten casts or like does detect magic and he's like, ooh, that is magic. He's gonna walk over and pick up the metal object. But real quick, just when I gave my hello to the cabin, I have speech of beast and leaf. So would the squirrels have understood me, even though I'm not talking directly to them? I'm just like, hello, fix the cabin. Hello, anybody there? Would the squirrels have been like, oh, hello?
They would not have answered.
But I can't understand them anyway.
No.
Yeah, but so you didn't see the squirrels. But now that you reminded me, Helafine.
Yeah?
Etten might have also scared the squirrels by shouting when he got there.
So there's still a chance for friendship, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Then I will enthusiastically return to the bottom of the house with Sarkia.
I will take the help action to give her advantage.
What does it look like? I'm just curious. Like,
I pat you reassuringly, or what I feel is reassuringly, on your back, or whatever part of you I can reach. And say, come on, I know you can do this. You're very friendly seeming. Go.
I'll let you know to Ragnar what it looks like is that 2 crazy ladies jumped off the cabin and scurried underneath it as he was walking back with firewood. So, you know.
anything to get away from Ragnar. I would like to try again, but I would like to try and pretend to be a squirrel, if that's I'm gonna kind of like stick my teeth out and scurry a little bit.
Oh dear, that is not exactly what I intended, but
I'm committing to the bit.
do continue, please.
Why do any of you talk to me? Just for the I'm wondering, honestly.
Make another animal handling check with advantage.
$19.
The two squirrels stop. Like they're hiding on, like climbing on one of the vertical beams, and just their heads pop out. And like they slowly climb back down and approach you. Like, you know, that little bouncing movement.
Were they
can
heading
do?
up towards where the hole was?
Yes.
They're
They're
thieves.
they stay,
Yes, I say that out loud.
they'll stay about like 8 feet away from you.
Even with some radish? Can I entice you? Can I offer you some radish in this trying time?
Do you keep it in your hands? Do you put it down? Do you throw it? What do you do with your radish?
I'll kind of like very slowly lean forward and put it down, and then lean back to where I was very slowly.
Roll for vegetable handling.
No, once
That
it's
one
down,
I have advantage on.
once it's on the ground, and you withdraw your hand, one of the two squirrels will approach, take the radish, and just bolt away to like hide behind one of the pillars. The other one sees its companion bolt away, does the same. But they're not hiding.
Could I, benevolent dungeon master, I'm pretty quick. It's sort of my thing. Could I catch the second squirrel as it tries to bolt?
That's gonna.
We'll say
trust us.
roll for initiative.
Are you kidding? No, I don't
If
want to
you-
hurt it. I
no,
just
no.
want it to be
Well,
my friend.
Initiative doesn't mean combat.
I don't want to fight a squirrel.
No, but it'll determine if your reaction is fast enough to catch it before it bolts. I mean, they have a
And-
+0, so 8.
10.
So yeah, right before, like, it pivoted, and before it could do anything, you just lunged at it and grabbed it in your hand.
Okay, I would like it to be known I'm not hurting it. I've just kind of got it like a little bit by the scruff, so it can't run away. And I'm gonna turn to face me. Say, I'm not gonna hurt you. I just have a question, or like 3.
It
4.
makes angry squirrel noises.
Simon, could you please make angry squirrel noises?
Yeah, I need to for
We need to know.
immersion. I need to know what this
Full
sounds
immersion.
like.
It can be a French squirrel. It's okay. I understand it's very difficult. There you go. That's fine. That works.
I don't get the angry part from that.
I know it's too cute.
Yeah, you,
That was
you
like
sound
cute.
more like an annoyed squirrel,
Listen.
but we'll let it fly.
I am a method actor. If you want me to voice an angry squirrel, I have to pretend to be a squirrel for like 8 hours. And then I can just...
You can work on it for next week. I'll kind of like slowly try and back out, and just kind of,
Yeah, Etten, you hear the voice. You're halfway to picking up the orb. I'll just 2 seconds before you reply to Helifine. I want to check what Alice has been doing, but also say that at the same time, Ragnar has entered the cabin by now. So Alice.
I also like I'm close to them, so I surprisingly look at what they're trying to do under there. But I just say, "Hey, is everything okay?" And I just keep walking inside.
All right. So the three of you are inside the cabin. By the time you go in, Alize, that's about the time that Etton's like a few steps toward the skeleton, and you hear the muffled voice of Helifine from under the floorboards, calling out to Etton.
What are they doing?
I don't know, but I'm going to grab that thing.
You
It's magic.
yeah, you
Of
grab
course.
you grab the metal thing that the skeleton was holding. And let me just describe what you see to you. It is a 6-inch diameter gyroscope featuring 2 scorched rings inlaid with runes and a dense chunk of coal at its core. It is, for the players, I think I have a... in the Roll20, I think I have it. I just need to figure out where it is. No. Wow, it's not there. Well, that sucks.
In Secrets of the North?
No,
Or Legend Keeper?
it's no, I didn't put it on Legend Keeper, but you know what? I thought the... It's probably there. The handout is probably there. But it doesn't seem like it. Ah, yes, there it is. Okay. Because it's not in the items. This is what it looks like. So it's, 2 bands, 2 rings, about an inch wide, with runes on it, but they're scorched. Like, both rings are scorched. And the chunk of charcoal. The moment you touch the device, it begins to glow. First, the runes light up, like candlelight, but within half a second, you're already bathed in light. Like you're modern day speaking, you were holding a flashlight to your head, right?
Ghost story time.
I'm gonna give you 1 second to do something. What do you do?
It's starting to light up,
It's starting to light up.
and that's charcoal, not Chardolin, right? Like
It's charcoal.
well, hold a sec.
Justin's right there.
Let me
Justin's right
let me look at my spells here real quick.
there. It's right there.
I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting to grab a bomb.
That is okay.
What? Someone set us up the bomb?
I'm sure it's fine.
Everything's fine. The inside of this cabin doesn't look like anything exploded previously, right?
And Alize is right there with me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Ooh.
boy.
Alize and Ragnar.
Ragnar looks very nonplussed, though. Like, he almost doesn't care. Like, he has no care in the world anymore.
Isn't that just sort of his default mode, though?
It's all a ruse.
Wait, does he
Inside,
not
he's
care
just
about
screaming.
money?
Inside, he's screaming.
Um,
Inside, he is the little boy who just wants a friend.
Wow, I just realized. I apologize if my my mic has been echoing. I've had my speakers on, not my headphones, this entire time.
We never heard anything.
Okay, well, I'm wearing these headphones for no reason.
Passion.
As it starts to glow and light up, I'm gonna look around the room real quick And I think we all know at this point that Eden's not very smart, but he has a little bit of wisdom. So he is going to cast Shield of Faith on Alizé and pull a straight up Steve Rogers and collapse on this thing. Hug it like a hand grenade.
All right. You basically have enough time to motion to Alizé, holding your holy symbol, as she's bathed in light, but like protective light. I'm gonna have to ask all three of you inside the cabin to make a Constitution saving throw. However, Tumai and Justin, you have advantage because Etten, Steve Rogers the bomb. Steve Rogers.
Let me grab my dice from this beautiful dice bag from Tea and Tails.
Yay, Tea and Tails!
Who, may I add, made a custom bag
Oh,
for my
boy.
best friend and my home DM, which she got today, and it's so pretty that my 5-year-old niece spent the afternoon pouting in the kitchen because her mother wouldn't give it to her.
That means Stephanie needs to make another bag.
It's pretty heckin' good bag.
So wait, this
Let's-
Shield of
let-
Faith has no impact on my Constitution save, though, right?
No, but it did give you Etten gave you advantage by jumping on the explosion.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what Justice is doing.
I'm still here. I just apparently can listen without my headphones on.
Oh, okay. But what number did you roll?
That's a 21. I
All
rolled a
right.
19.
So, Alizé and Ragnar, you are going to take. Let me see if I got this right. Yes, as the explosion occurs, you are both going to take 87 radiant damage,
Wait, what?
and Etten, you're going to take 42.
Does radiant damage hurt Ragnar more?
What is that supposed to mean?
What if you don't have 87 health points?
Then you're dead, or at least unconscious.
I don't know. I feel like 87's enough to final death.
No, they don't do that anymore with the overkill.
What?
No, actually, if the effect reduces a creature to 0 hit points, it is turned to ash.
Okay. Do you have a backup character too? Mike?
I sent you a message in Zoom. Okay? We're gonna keep going.
I don't know if I believe you, Simon.
Wow.
So here's what happens. There is an explosion, a bright flash of light. The cabin shakes. The squirrels run away in fear. Under the cabin, Sarkia and Helaphine, you are pelted with snow and ash. Inside the cabin, almost nothing changed. Ragnar, Alizé, Etten, the three of you are still standing exactly where you were. Except that there is now a giant flaming face hovering above ground that just says, "Ah, fuck. You as well?"
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Who are you?
Name's Mekredis.
Oh,
You, sorry to tell you that, but you died.
well, I don't feel dead.
Give it a few seconds.
Am I still holding the wood I was carrying, or is that also out of my arms?
No, the wood basically turned to ash. like was blown away. The wood did not get a saving throw.
Okay, just so I was making sure.
What about all our stuff?
So, okay, stat mechanics wise, here's what happens. You can all fly at a speed of 30 feet. You can pass through walls, right? You can do everything you want. You can exert force on up to 5 pounds on the material plane if you succeed on a DC 10 charisma check. You are, for the people, for Sarkia and Helafine, you are completely invisible and intangible. But for the three of you, you see each other. And you would see Sarkia and Helafine as these, like, blurry figures. So now the party is split into 2. So I'm going to do living, and I'm going to do dead. So let's start with the living.
Now it's time for our Thelma and Louise getaway, Helafine.
I'm sorry. It's going to take me a minute to figure out what to do here.
Can Sarkia roll an Arcana check? See what the hell's going on, maybe?
Sure.
I'm still holding a squirrel. I'm still squirrel wrangling.
It is now scared. Like, the tail
Of course,
basically
because
puffed.
I've got a +5.
No,
Can I roll at advantage since I'm 2 people?
No, but 13 is enough. There was a huge magical explosion.
Where did everybody go?
You
I
did
believe
not
that your
hear
friends
any
are dead.
thuds.
Dead?
It would be logical.
No, that's not. They must be hiding somewhere.
No,
Guys?
I'm pretty sure they're dead.
And I need you to come talk to this squirrel.
There is nothing but silence.
I will go into the cabin to look for them.
Sarkia,
Squirrel in hand.
All right. The squirrel
Are you
is just
serious,
like wide-eyed.
Justin, hold it up if you're going to read it.
Yeah.
Handbook for the recently deceased.
It's only appropriate.
It's true.
Sarkia, do you follow Helafine along inside the cabin?
I follow Helafine, and I'm sitting there going, I really am telling you.
Are you guys playing a trick on me?
Do we see their bodies?
You
Ash.
you see,
Or just
yeah,
ash?
just it's piles of ash. Except, did any of you have magical items?
Yes.
Because those are not turned to ash. So you would recognize the piles by the items that remained.
I'll take those. Thank you very much.
What are they?
The gloves that, would have been holding firewood that is now also ash.
Oh, wait, didn't you give me something last week? Oh, shoot. The thing from the dead person, the sister gave it
Oh,
to
the
me?
boots?
Was it? Oh.
Yeah, the nice boots that allow you to survive in like -50 without a coat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where Alize stood a second before, it's just a pair of Uggs filled to the brim with ash.
Alize Ash.
Alize, why'd you take your shoes off?
Sarkia picks up the shoes and shakes them out and goes to look like she's going to try them on.
Stop!
What?
Those aren't yours.
Well, they're not hers now either, are they?
What do you mean they're not hers?
She picks up Ragnar's gloves and kind of, I don't even know if I can use these. Can you use these?
We aren't going to be using anything. Those
You
those
didn't
don't,
even like him.
But that doesn't belong to us. Sarkia, I didn't take you for a thief. I'm gonna kind of hold up the squirrel and gesture disapprovingly.
I see a problem here. I see.
By the way, people in the realm of the dead, you can hear this conversation, but it sounds like you're hearing it from, like if you were at the bottom of a pool. So the voices are like muted.
So we can't pick out what they are saying?
You can pick out what they're saying. It's just that they speak oddly, like a little slower and a little more muted. Like there was something between you and them.
I can't believe she just like poured part of my body on the floor to get my boots.
Not using them.
This is like a magic trick, right? We are not really dead. I thought it would be painful, more painful.
Why would dying be painful?
Why wouldn't it be? I get hurt when I get stabbed. Like I would.
That's because you're alive. Living is painful.
Oh, I forgot one little thing. While you are dead, your spirit looks exactly like your ideal self.
Oh boy. I don't want to know what Etten looks like right now.
So I would like to know, for all three of you, what do you look like to each other? Because Macredis's ideal self is a giant flaming Captain Crunch head.
He has childhood issues.
What about you?
My ideal self looks exactly like me because I'm so full of myself. So I think I look just right. Sorry, not sorry.
No, that's okay.
Exactly what Ragnar looks like too. What a coincidence.
Ragnar looks like Alize?
No, wouldn't Ragnar look like himself before he got all cursed?
What are you talking about? Maybe Ragnar looks sort of at the moment because he has some issues. So he is, one half of him very much looks kind of very celestial, and one would almost say perfect looking, and the other half of him looks a bit more kind of like what Ragnar looks like normally. Just on both halves of him there are wings, and one half has perfectly normal looking angel wings, and the other half has the wings that everybody saw before.
So you're a white-haired protagonist with a long coat and one angel wing. Is there like
My
some
hair
sort
is
of
not
like
down,
music?
Oh man!
And I am not using one stupid long sword.
Dun dun.
Someone
dun.
start
I have it
chanting in
over there.
Latin.
No, it's all from the Carmina Burana. I have it on the shelf over there. I can go get it.
All right. And so Ragnar
I
is...
assume we're also not aware of how we looked.
Unless you... Well, in your case, like, unless you were to look and, like, your wing was there, like, you weren't turning your back, just turning your head, you would see it.
Yeah, I mean, they're not unfurled or anything, so I guess I wouldn't... So, yeah, I wouldn't really notice how I look. Yeah.
And they do not weigh anything. So you wouldn't notice unless you were looking. However, Etten and Alize noticed that. And speaking of Etten, what is Etten's ideal self?
Etten is a furbolg, so he's not a small beast under normal circumstances, but in this situation, he's even larger. Big chest, big arms, and he has a light of 1,000 flaming suns in his eyes. As he looks upon everyone, his beard and his hair create this flaming halo of radiance that just beams out from him, with a golden luster to his blue skin, if you can imagine that. Just an ambiance that seems to glow from every part of him. And he just seems larger than life in every sense.
I mean, of course, Diana's going to be the one laughing at this one.
Um,
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I just,
I mean, you didn't have to.
if you know, you know.
back to the realm of the dead.
What?
You hear the conversation, and Macredis, just the giant face, just turns at you and says, I guess we're gonna be neighbors for all eternity, so
No.
Hi.
Hello, but no. We have to save the world.
That would have been before you picked up the item.
not gonna happen here.
Why not?
I also thought that I would end Oral's reign, and well, look at what happened.
Oh, yes, but I'm blessed by Lathander, and the light of Lathander shows through me, and through the light of Lathander, we shall end Oral's reign of cruelty on this land.
Oh dear, another type of light shone
Wait.
right through us into ash. So I don't think your god is like saving us.
No, he must have had a reason for me to come here.
Macredis scoffs and says, "You didn't look at my body, but if you
Oh,
look
that was
closely,
you.
yeah, the only thing that didn't burn with me was that blasted sphere in my holy symbol. Lathander didn't bring me into his realm. I'm stuck here, just like all of you."
Oh, are you too a light of Lathander?
I was touched by Lathander. And
Yes,
then-
but was he in you?
Well,
I'm wishing I
Lathander
could carry
is
more firewood right now.
Lathander
You
is
haven't given this guy
everywhere.
your name. You're asking if
His-
gods have been inside of him.
Lathander's light is everywhere that light touches.
Oh, yes, it is. I'm so happy to meet another mind like mine.
I
What a
am
coincidence
happy.
the light doesn't touch here.
I am happy to discuss theology with you for all eternity.
No, 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 no,
we
no.
we did
What?
make it to the
No,
afterlife.
I cannot possibly be. Oh, get stuck into this realm with just two of you.
Macredis
And
turns to you.
that-
Oh, sorry. Continue.
Points to Ragnar.
Um,
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
well, tough luck. Your spirit can't go beyond these walls.
No way. So she'll try to just get through the door first.
You get through the door, you exit the door, you come back through the wall on the other side.
Whoa! That was cool, but wait. So now she'll try to go through the wall out.
You go back, you Pac-Man effect on the other side.
Oh, no. No. How long have you been here? What did you try? Is there a way to go back? Anywhere. Not just anywhere.
I was a high priest of Lathander.
Ooh.
I've been dead here for about 3 weeks. After spending months locked away, building what Lathander told me to build in his divine visions. And where did that lead me? I, as the high priest in Bryn Shander, the most holy being this blasted wasteland has known for ages, is not even worthy to be brought to Lathander's side. He turns to Etten and says, "No offense." But as he says that, Etten's form begins to lift. As a beam of light, a god ray, shines around him. And a voice, both soft and authoritarian, says, You come to me. It is time.
Okay. Goodbye.
The rest of us hear this voice, or is it just like
Oh
his
yeah,
voice he
definitely.
hears?
Definitely. And
Right.
yep.
I was just gonna say Ragnar probably turns around very, very, very angry.
And yeah, the moment Etin goes through the ceiling, he does not reappear through the floor. And Macredus just says, "Fuck."
Goodbye. I love you all. It's been a pleasure.
So now we're going to split the party 3 ways.
God.
Lovely, lovely. Quick question. I
Yes.
forgot what you said about our possessions. Nothing is on us.
No, nothing is on you, but you can, if you make a DC 10 charisma check, you can move an object in the real world so long as it doesn't weigh
Oh.
more than 5 pounds.
Okay, can I try to sense where my rocks are in the real world?
Yes. I mean, they haven't been destroyed.
Okay, so can I like just try to find them and hold them? Like try to communicate through them?
You cannot, like, if you yourself try to pick up the stone, right, nothing happens. But
Right.
if you focus enough, that's the charisma check, you can move it. The thing is you'll never actually have the stone on you, right? But in the real world, the stone will move.
We'll go up. Okay. Yeah, let's try that.
All right, make a charisma check.
Okay. And the stone is with Sakya, right?
It's
now,
in
so-
Sarkis' pack, yeah.
Okay.
So back to the world of the living for a moment. Sarkia, you feel something move in your pack. And a scared Throon runs out of the pack, down your leg, and like onto the ground. He's like, "Shit, it moved."
What moved?
And you can still feel it. There's something in your pack that like is moving, trying to leave your pack.
She will drop her bag on the floor and open it to see what it is that's moving.
So, Alice, what do you do with the stone?
So I just I know that they know like the stone is related to me, so I'm trying to give them a signal that I'm still around. And 2, if I can still communicate through the stone, like what's the link between me? Can I hear anything through it or no? Nothing is all shut down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll if I can, I'll put the stone inside my boots.
Elephine and Sarkia, you both would see this chunk of Chardalin move up to the pair of boots that Sarkia had emptied and just pluck itself inside one.
Are you serious?
That's not something you see every day.
Well, your monk friends, your Ganassi friend certainly was a bit addicted.
I
I
mean,
guess it
you,
persists after death.
you did kind of take it away from her. Did you say there was a big book on the table?
Yes.
Could I go look at the book?
Most of it, the moment you touch it, like most of it, it was just ash. There are still a few
great.
pages that are somewhat intact.
Anything that would indicate what this weird summer star thing is?
You see some diagrams on it. But you also see like some notes in the book. So it looks like it's like a holy tome, right? A holy book of Lathander that someone just wrote notes all over it. Like they were missing paper, needed paper to write, and wrote in there. And one of the note that survived the explosion says, there's not enough space for the entire design here. Check the map in the back. Like it was a note left from one person to another.
Is the back of the book intact?
No, it's not.
Great. Sarkia? Don't touch it, but can you tell what
She does not pay attention to you.
I'm gonna kick the Summer Star. And see if it does anything.
Cling. It moves in the world of the realm of the dead. McRedis, seeing this, just goes, Hey, no, I spent months doing my life's work, and she's kicking it around like a soccer ball.
Does it do anything cool when I kick it?
No, it just bounces, and like if you kick it against the wall, like it's just gonna rest against the wall.
Okay.
Why are you kicking the thing that exploded?
Well, I was gonna see if it would do it again. It looks like it has
Oh,
writing.
you were going to see if it... I just got back here. I don't particularly want to go, die again. Thank you very much.
Well, apparently they're not totally dead. That rock in the shoe proves it. I didn't put it there. You didn't put it there.
Can
The
someone
squirrel
get,
points to
can,
itself.
Can someone get Hellafine, like, Zach Baggins glasses and a scarf? Like, just saying.
She has a scarf.
It's true.
Can you tell what it says on the outside? I don't want to touch it, but
Sarkia will kind of, will crouch down and look at the thing to see if it has inscriptions.
It does. Runes.
What language?
What language do you speak?
Speak. Hold on. I'm getting there.
It's cool. I'm
Common?
also looking at... Okay, thank you.
Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Infernal.
Because you speak Draconic, you recognize the script. These are Nithirese runes.
Good.
And they are there. So one ring is the like a protection circle, right? And the other ring is a catalyst.
It's a holy hand grenade, basically.
Sort of, but
Yeah.
not really holy. Can you make an intelligence check? But also, if you're proficient in insight, you can add your insight to that.
$21.
You know magical theory and all of that. And one thing that you realize is that this object is missing something. It is uncontrollable. The magic in it, that was in it,
Somebody pulled the pin.
was
I
just-
get it. Yeah.
yeah, but it wasn't supposed to do that. The device, looking at what it is not, it's not supposed to be a bomb. It's just not, it is completely flawed. And what it needs, basically, would be another ring with a set of runes to stabilize the weave. Right now, it's drawing power to itself,
Mm-hmm. But it's not grounded.
But yeah, that's it. It's not doing anything with it, so the power just goes BAM!
Would I know how to create that?
Well, the ring, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The runes, you'd have to find which ones to put on it.
Sarkia, well, I'll stand up. Was there a diagram in that book?
No, there wasn't, right?
No. Well, the note did say, like, there's not enough space to put the diagram, so check the map in the back.
But there wasn't a map in the back of the book.
No.
Does she tell me a map in the back?
Sure.
Okay. Sarkia walks out of the room and goes to the back room where the scorched body was.
The scorched body was in
the
this
scorched
room.
body room.
Or it was in this room, yeah, sorry. But it was the other room that was there that's like further back in the cabin. She walks back there to see if there's a map.
Which one?
Heck. Where's Roll20? Oh, that side.
Just
That's-
move your mini.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find. Well, everything's dark for me, so
Everything's dark for you? No, that's not you.
that's not me.
No, now you're moving. Oh, that's you. Yeah, okay, sorry, I saw Ragnar.
I was moving me.
No, it's because Ragnar moved at the same time.
Ragnar, stop touching yourself. So these two are back rooms, right? Or these windows?
If you see like a white outline, that's a door.
Okay.
So door. There's another one there. Door. There's
Low
another
goes
one
left,
there. Door.
high goes right. So we go to the right.
All right. While this is happening, so you crouch down, look at the ring, did all of that. Something else might have happened in the realm of the dead.
Oh dear.
So to my what?
Yeah,
is it you
Ragnar
wanted
was
to do?
touching himself.
I saw
Yeah,
that Ragnar
so-
tried to do something, but it didn't work.
So I see Helafine. I see Helafine, right? Do I
Yep.
see them?
She's holding a squirrel.
Yeah. So I saw she was looking at the book. So did she put it back on the table? Or
I didn't pick it up.
okay. So I knocked the book onto the floor and tried to get her attention. And you know how like in the old books, like the first letter of a sentence is like written in a larger.
Yeah, illuminated.
Is it like that?
Yeah,
by
because
any
this is like a
manuscripts?
Bible.
Okay. So I will like just shuffle the pages trying to find the letters of interest and spell the word out trapped.
But this book was turned to ash.
Most of it was turned
A little
to ash.
bit, yeah.
Oh, actually, that makes it easier, right? Pick out the letters from the burned pieces of paper on the floor.
I
Or
mean,
just
it'll
use
be-
the ash to write if you can actually.
Why are you guys
Just
are
let her
Sorry.
figure it out.
right?
Sorry,
So-
Why are you like
bad habit. You're
Um,
forgetting you're
side
dead.
seat passenger driving my character? What is that?
I've already got a passenger driving my character, so
That would be the same thing. Charisma check.
Okay. Let's see. I
And-
have like really bad charisma.
Normally that would have been a 9. So for now, because you can try again. Like it's not like you can't for the like. It's just you're gonna have to wait a few seconds.
Right.
So we're gonna go around again, but Elephine would have seen the book, just like
Drop.
shuddered.
Okay.
Yeah, you weren't able to push it, but like
Oh, yeah,
the
just
fact
like-
that it just goes like
Yeah.
poof.
She would have kind of like leaned back into a defensive position with the squirrel in one hand, like
A
waiting
squirrel
for
attack
something
in
to
the
happen.
The squirrel is
And-
trying real hard to be immobile.
And while like I'm trying to mess with it, I'm talking to that guy. So what are the correct orders for the runes? Like, do you know it? Or where's the map? How
What?
can they fix this? Can they fix this?
I wasn't able to do it. I doubt anyone not versed in the higher secrets of Lathander be able to fix anything. Come on.
I wish Lathander would have taken you instead of Etin. Okay.
He should have. I don't know who your friend was, but clearly he wasn't as important as I am.
Well, clearly he was, because he's taken. You spent like dead weeks here, and he got me killed and then left me. I thought we were friends.
I mean, look, so far all I see is that two celestial people, me and Bird Guy over there, were left behind.
Yeah, Bird guy. I don't think Lathander will want to do anything with him.
Oh, burn. As a quick
Definitely not.
aside, Ragnar, what is it that you tried to move earlier?
Ragnar was blatantly trying to like pick up or move the Summer Stone,
Oh,
and
okay.
after he hasn't, he's been over in the corner, not quite yelling towards the sky. In Celestial, a lot of very, very awful things, and I guess maybe every now and then the other people could make out Lathander. So
Yeah, it's a proper noun, so like regardless of the language, it sounds it comes out Lathander. So that means that Helaphine, after kicking the ball, and Sarkia after looking at it, both the book would move, and the ball would just.
And you said I can't see any, like...
No, because they're not ethereal.
This is they are very ineffective ghosts, your friends.
I don't know what an effective ghost. What does an effective ghost do? And they're not. Well, Alize is my
Sarkia
friend.
just kind of looks at herself up and down.
You're not in fact, you're two people. You have like double the chances of doing something right. So they're trying. They've never done this before. I look at the squirrel and hope it'll back me up.
The squirrel makes a squirrel noise that says, "Don't involve me." Like, that's what the subtitles say, but, like, no one understands.
Right.
I'm gonna switch to Beyond the Realm of the Dead for a moment.
Dun dun dun.
Imagine, if you will, Etten, an endless plain of wafting grass. A soft breeze. The sun always, dawning. Never too high, never too low. And wherever you are, you can always see it. It's always in your peripheral vision. You can hear nearby the sound of a rushing river. And sitting by the river on a bench is a young man, probably in his early 30s. Short, blonde hair, dressed impeccably in this white tunic with gold embroidery, a white cape falling off his shoulder. He has this like diadem around his head, and he's holding a fishing rod. And he turns to you and says, "Etten, I've got one for you."
Fishing rod?
Yep. And you notice it wasn't there 2 seconds ago, but there's a fishing rod just lying against the bench.
I walk over and sit down on the bench and pick up the fishing rod and examine it for craftsmanship.
It is the most beautiful fishing rod you've ever seen.
Ooh,
The
this is
thread,
very nice.
the string. What do you call it? The fishing.
A
not
line.
line. The line. Thank you. The line itself is made of solid light.
This would be very useful on the shores of where I'm from.
I'm afraid these have to stay here.
Ooh, it would bring great hope to the people of Dugan's Hole.
But you've already brought hope to the people of Dugan's Hole.
Ooh, I don't know that they liked me too much.
You don't have to like the sun for it to be in the sky.
Is there a quote of Lathander that I could use later?
I mean, I just said it, didn't I?
I will write that down. He does not write that down.
Narrative voice. He did not, in fact, write that down.
So, am I dead? I mean, I love to spend eternity with you in your presence, for I spent my life devoted to you, but I really thought that I would, stop oral.
Oh. I believe you will. And no, your friends are currently fixing your very temporary problem.
Oh, lovely. Are you going to put yourself inside me again?
I would really like it if you chose other words, Eden.
Oh, enter me?
And, like, without looking at you, he's just looking at the river, you know, holding his fishing rod in one hand. And his other hand just goes right through inside your chest. And you feel the warmest tingle you've ever felt.
That's lovely.
He retreats
Sounds like he wet
like,
himself.
withdraws his hand.
You're not helping this, Simon.
There. You have been literally touched by a god. Few are the people that can boast of such things on Faerun.
Well, boasting is bad.
A little bit of boasting is good. That's how you get your name recognized.
Oh, well, I don't care about my recognition. I only care about spreading the light of Lathander to all the dark corners of the world.
And that you do. That you do.
I hope that I bring the glory of Lathander everywhere I go, and I haven't shamed you in any way.
You would have known if you had shamed me.
Oh, lovely.
And I admire your devotion, Etten. Rare are the people that get a glimpse of me and alter their whole lives to serve me.
You told me where to go, and you said that I would fix things, and so I went there, and I waited. And you brought me my fishes, and I have led the fishes to greatness, I hope.
Yes. They are currently getting there. And he motions with like his other hand. The fishing rod disappears the moment he lets it go. And you see in the water of the river, like the scene from bird's eye view of Helafine being like in a defensive position with in back of her, like in another room, Sarkia is looking at something. And you also see the spirits of Ragnar, of Alizé, and of Macredis. They are doing well.
Oh, my fishes, I try to keep them safe, but they make it very difficult sometimes.
I know. I've seen some of your group's exploits. Life is hard for a lot of you. Many of your friends were lost. Some still are. And he points to Ragnar, and like, you don't hear Ragnar, but for some reason there's like a bunch of bubbles that like go up to the surface, like when he points at him. He says some are still looking for their place in the world. Points to Alizé. Some are slowly discovering their place. Sorry, Alafine. And some, he points to Sarkia, will have a hard choice to make as to who they truly are. They cannot do any of this without you.
How can I best serve you and help my friends in fishes?
By remaining the steadfast friend you've been to them all along. By being the light of reason in this group.
Yes, I have been told that I have a good mind for reason.
You do. They will need both your strength, your courage, and your compassion in the days to come. The darkness of Auril is not simply physical. She didn't just cast a pall over Icewind Dale. She's also enshrouding the hearts of everyone in ice and darkness. A darkness that I, unfortunately, cannot pierce. Your time here is short, he says to you, and, you know, the fishing rod reappears in his hand. If there is anything that you've ever wanted to say, now's the time.
First, hello. I've always wanted to say hello directly to you, so there I say hello. It's kind of what I do. And, so, I don't mind if I don't survive, as long as I bring the light of Lathander to this land and drive Auril out. But how do I make sure that I keep my fishes safe?
Do you think that your fishes, your friends, would look up to you if you were to tell them that they can that they will survive their ordeals because of you?
No. I worry that my friends, my fishes, don't take me seriously. I think they see me as a joke, but I'm here for them and I want to make sure that they survive. So I wouldn't tell them. I would just make sure that no matter what, even Ragnar, they make it through and we stop Oro.
Then I believe you should let them know that you will always be there for them.
I tried to save them,
You do.
but the light was too much.
It wasn't a beautiful light. But worry none. You will get back to your body soon enough. Because from death always comes life. And you
Yes.
are whisked away.
Oh, goodbye.
We're gonna go back to the world of the living for a moment, and then the world of the dead. World of the living. The book shook. The sphere shook. And Sarkia entered a room that contains only a fireplace and 2 empty bookcases. But tacked to the walls and strewn across the floor are frost-covered blueprints. Next to one of the blueprints is a tiny man made of clay.
I will crouch down and look at it to see if it appears to be a magical item.
You're proficient in Arcana, so you don't need to roll. This is a inert homunculus.
Is there any clues as to the how to activate it?
Homunculi are connected to their creator,
Mm-hmm.
which means that so long as the creator lives, the homunculi lives. Unfortunately, it is not like a shield guardian, if you would, that you can take control of it afterwards.
Yeah.
This little person, this like Pinocchio-looking figure, like tiny man, clayman, would make a good like decoration statue, but it is bereft of all magic. Unless you were to resurrect, Macredis. But you would need a spell such as True Resurrection,
Yeah.
which is incredibly rare in the world to find
And very
such magic.
expensive. Very expensive. I don't have that kind of money. So Sarkia will kind of almost like pat it on the head and then stand up and look around to see if she sees a map anywhere.
You don't see maps, but you see a bunch of drawings
Okay.
of this gyroscope.
Do I see anything, a gyroscope that has 3 rings?
There's a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna take about like 5-10 minutes to go like through each of them to make sure, and you go by like process of elimination, right? And so one of them, like the runes are a little bit flawed. Like it's you know that it's not supposed to be a bomb, so you're easily eliminating anything that would cause like make that object cause damage, right? And so you find the last, like one of them, not the last that you look at, but like let's say the 4th out of 6. You have the entire gyroscope, and written underneath are like the 3 sentences in runes. And so you kind of get an idea of what they were looking for, they were going for. this object attracts the light, the metaphorical light of the sun, traps it into a Chardalyn core, and then uses it to control the weather in a large, like we're talking dozens of miles around it. Except that right now it attracted the power of the sun and then unleashed the power of the sun.
The cleric didn't know what he was doing.
In the world of the dead, Macredis says, she doesn't know what she's doing.
Meanwhile, in the other room, I'm still poised. I'm like, could you guys stop touching stuff?
Alize and Ragnar, you would hear that. So, both in the world of the dead and the world of the living, while Sarkia's checking all of that, there's like a 5-10 minutes window. And that's during that time that Etten is going to come back. Except that this time, he's going to be glowing golden. Still your perfect body, but you're glowing. You gotta glow up. So what is Elephine, what is Alize, what is Ragnar doing during those 5-10 minutes?
Before Etten comes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before Etten comes.
Yeah, I'm still focusing on trying to move the book and give a signal to Helaphine.
I'm not gonna ask you to roll, like, you know, since you can retry every 10 seconds, like, it's, of course, at some point you're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so Elephine, maybe after like a minute of asking them not to touch anything, the book shifts, falls onto the ground. And then you see the pages begin to flip, like someone was flitting through the pages. And just because it would be funny, I'm gonna roll a d26 to see how many letters are left in the book.
Oh.
2.
2.
So is there a word with 2 letters?
Hello. Can I say hello at least?
Well, you could say hi.
2 words. 2 letters. Okay, let me think on this. Move it to somebody.
No problem.
Yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Decidedly, Helaphine, in the world of the living, you see the book move like someone was trying to find information in the book. You know, like you're thumbing the phone book, trying to find something.
Yeah, I'll just time travel backwards to when we used phone books for things, and yes. Cool.
Wow.
Great. That's still really freaky. I'm probably gonna start talking to my squirrel friend. Does this happen a lot here? I don't know what that means. I guess I should give you a name though, right? Because we need to fill out our party again now. So can I call you Etten too? Does the squirrel look pleased with that?
Yes. You feel like the squirrel is probably unused to the concept of names.
Cool. Has it relaxed at all? Like,
it kind of had to at this point.
Sure, great.
I mean, it's not dead. It would have expected you to have killed it and eaten it a while back.
Even in D&D, this is probably one of the stupidest things I've ever done. I'd like to start like feeding little scraps of radish to it. Like I wanna spoil this squirrel. I'm going to buy its love, since my BFF Etten is no longer here. This is my replacement Etten.
I know absolutely nothing about buying the love of an animal with treats.
Nope.
Nope.
It does. It does. Like, it is a gluttonous squirrel. And the moment you give him a piece of radish, then you move the radish away, and it just like reaches out with its paws and tries to hold on to the radish and tries to shove it, all of it, in its mouth.
Oh, well, at least it's not fish jerky. That's it. I'm just trying to win over this squirrel. My friends are dead. All my friends are dead.
Thanks.
Speaking
You
of...
ran away from me.
Ragnar,
Oh, bright side, all the fish jerky's gone.
True. Ragnar, aside from cussing up a storm, what else are you doing?
I mean, I'm dead, so I don't have lungs, so I don't need to do anything else. Although anybody who looks at me, I probably do look a lot more of the less pleasant-looking part now. Like a lot more of him, probably as he's screaming in anger, looks a lot more of both of his wings are horrible-looking, and he's darker and screaming in anger, and he doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon.
Well, Mecredis says, so much for conversation. Alize, have you taught about the 2 letters yet? Do you need more time?
I cannot find anything better. I'm just gonna put ME.
Okay. So yeah, the pages end up like stop moving, and you notice one of them like folds onto itself, so that the first letter of these 2 pages spell out the word me.
Me. I'm the solution somehow.
No, not you.
Think of the most self-absorbed member of our party.
And what do you think Me. What can I do? I'm gonna kind of like look at my hands for a second, and then look at the weird summer star thing, and just kind of like, because I've seen Sarkia do it, and I think I've seen Etten do it too. I'm just gonna kind of like and wait for something to happen.
When you do that, something does happen.
Oh God!
You hear the sound of the blizzard outside getting closer and closer.
I did it! Was that right?
At that point, I would kind of stick my head in from the room. What did you do?
Well, Alize, or I guess it may be Ragnar, I don't know if he can spell. Alize said that I'm the key.
And she'll just go back to the other room.
Etten, I don't think she believes me.
I did pick up the smith's tools and tinkerer's tools, so
Yes.
as soon as possible, I would like to actually attempt to create.
It's going to be
proper
after the 10 minutes, yeah. So once
stabilizing,
you
yeah.
know what it is,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
you're
yeah.
going to have to smith, like to forge a band, an iron band, and then carve upon it,
Yup.
and then bend it,
Yup.
and it
That's
needs
what
to be
Helifine's here
perfect.
for.
Etten, you come back to the land of the dead. You're muted.
Hello, my fish.
Oh, you're back.
Yes.
Was it a mistake? He didn't want you?
No, he wanted me. He put himself inside me once again, and he told me that I was destined for greatness. And I just need to tell you all that I will be here for you until the very end.
Well, you left kind of like the first opportunity you got, so I don't know.
Oh no, I was taken away.
I saw you moving toward the light.
Yes, and I came back, and I am here to say that the light of Lathander now shines within me, and I bring the light of Lathander to all my fishes.
I see you have a pretty glow, but can you get us back?
Yeah, can you, prodigal son?
Someone's jealous.
Somebody didn't get touched by his god this week.
May I take a look at the thing, and with the light of Lathander flowing through me, know a little bit more about this star thing, Gummy?
Yes, can you make a religion check?
I absolutely can. Oh no, that's not a good. How is that a bad one for me? Ooh,
You
Oh,
didn't
dear.
study very well.
I just know things.
You skipped your daily Lathander class.
I rolled a 1, and I have a -1, so I rolled a 0.
You sit by the sphere and you look at it. And then it strikes you. It should have been a cube.
Yes. You see, you have it wrong. Lathander is not a circle. He is encompassing like a cube.
Lathander is a
walls of the
sun.
house-
The sun
Oh,
is...
yes. Yes, but the Earth is flat, and
Oh no.
the universe is a cube, so it contains the sun within it. Trust me, I was just thrust upon by Lathander. I know these things.
I am fairly certain you're bullshitting me.
Yes, well, you can be a blasphemer if you choose to. But
What?
You heard me. I'm the chosen one of Lathander, so you as a
Oh no,
a
Etton's full of himself now.
prophet of Lathander should know that you should defer to my knowledge on this matter.
Why should I? Just because you're glowy? For all I know,
Yes.
you went to the 9 hells and were just touched by a devil of some kind.
No.
Wait, while
I
he
would
was
say-
leaving, you were saying why you weren't the one. So don't try to flip the script here. You wanted to be that person to go there.
This is true.
Yeah, since you've been gone, he's been talking all that crap about you, like how he's better than you and it should have been him.
Yes, well, the true prophet of Lathander doesn't need to prove himself to anyone. I just know.
Macredis will just say, you know what? Screw you guys. And the giant head will just turn and face a corner of the room.
Ragnar, to my Elise. Ragnar, Elise. He is just jealous. But don't worry. I have been assured by Lathander that we shall bring the light to everyone as 5 fishes, the 5 fishes of Lathander plus Old Bitey. No, Lathander did not mention Old Bitey in particular, but I know that he meant him and had him in his thoughts.
Nope. I should have said, as Lathander, you could get rid of that ugly ass fish.
But it tells me the future.
My name is Heliphine, sir.
Jesus. Ragnar, what's happening with you?
Well, I would say I would have stopped my tirade when Mr. Golden came down and those two were arguing and yelling. And when he did his little cubism rant and those two started yelling again, I would have continued to sort of half complain in Celestial, but then I would have just swept past both of them to look at it again to see if I get any insight.
Yeah, it's a it is not a holy artifact. Like Macredis thought he was, doing something divine, right? But this is not divine. This is purely to mimic, to hijack divine power. This is something arcane. Macredus would have never been able to do it properly. Because he is not a mage.
Which is what I will turn to yell at the big stupid face that has his back to us, but I will continue to do so in Celestial.
He, you realize, does not speak Celestial. And, you know, has no reaction to what you're saying. Not because he's trying to ignore you, but because you realize he doesn't know what you're saying at all. He's a priest that doesn't speak Celestial. A high priest. Not that it's a requirement, but you would think that at some point as you climb the ladder in the church, you would. But no.
At least one angel in your life? Jesus, buddy.
I mean, Etten met an half angel. A one-winged angel. I'll be here all week.
You should have been happy with Birdman, Justin. You should have been happy, but now...
I don't know, I'd rather be Sephiroth. Like, let's be honest here.
Bum, bum. Yeah, you're just gonna have theme music now, bud.
So, to craft a third
Also, you
ring...
get to stab the most worthless character in the entire game.
Wow!
So that's great.
Okay, time out. We are not going in that territory.
Well, it's because it's a point of contention in our marriage.
Let's not stoke the flames of war. Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
So true.
So, to craft a third ring, you realize you're going to need metal. There are no, like, complete band of metal. You're going to need to melt something. And then inscribe the runes on it. So, as the blizzard rages on, the two of you start a fire. And slowly but surely melt all the little bits of scrap metal that were, you know, found among the smith's tools and all that. A process that'll take several hours. We're gonna go into montage territory for now. So if there's anything that anyone wants to do during that time, just let me know. We're not gonna go like full roleplay into it, but you know, since it's several hours, like how do you spend that time?
Who are you asking?
Everyone.
Etten is going to most definitely continue to tell. Well, first he will say over and over again to his companions that they are his fishes, and Lathander said that he was there to take care of them, and he would ensure that they made it to the end to destroy Oral. But then he would turn over to Macreades and tell him his entire life story, how he had been blessed by Lathander and he saw his light outside of a cave, and he made his shield and then went to Dugan's Hole and tell him all about the time that he spent in Dugan's Hole waiting for his fish to arrive, and then just all of the exploits from there, of the 5 fish of Lathander, Etten and the fish of Lathander, as they have been known across the 10 towns.
Can you make a persuasion check?
Oh.
Because 2 things are going to happen. Well, one for sure.
$14.
So, first things first. As you talk to your friends, to the rest of the party, Alizé and Ragnar, and, Sarkia and Helafine would be included, they just can't hear you. All 4 of you feel a warmth in your chest. like a hot cocoa after a day spent outside in the snow. And like this sort of feeling that despite the overwhelming odds, everything will be okay. All of you now gain a permanent 10 temporary hit points, as you are now blessed by Lathander.
Thanks, Lathander.
We all smell vaguely of fish.
These temporary hit points only come back at dawn, which means that if you take multiple long rests like back to back, they're not going to come back. But normally you get plus 10 temp HP at the end of a long rest.
Does that include me?
Yes. And then as you tell your life story to Macredis, he sort of stops being a whiny little baby and turns around and like listen to your story. And like at first he does so begrudgingly, but then you see that his like giant flaming face sort of calms down. Even the flames recede a bit. He's less angry than he was. And while he doesn't believe that you're necessarily chosen by Lathander, like, clearly you are, cleric material. Like, you would be worthy of taking his place as the High Priest in Bryn Shander. During that time, what is everybody else doing? Montage.
Befriending my new squirrel buddy.
A second squirrel appeared. Because at some point, the other partner will wonder what's going on.
I'm gonna be its friend too. And I will start calling it Alize too. And I'm just gonna kind of because I don't really know what to do.
There's no Ragnar in Helifine's life.
I mean, are you shocked though?
No.
Because I don't really know what to do, and I don't know how to help, but I know that maybe they'll come back.
Well, there is some smithing to do at some point.
Yeah. At some point you would hear Sarkia or me just yelling for you. I need you to come bend this.
But like that's at the end. So
Yeah,
you were
put
going to
the
say
squirrels down. Yeah, other than that, I mean, Sarkia's entire thing during the whole montage it would just be the crafting montage.
I kind of be like just sitting on the floor with the two squirrels, asking them questions like, what do you think we should do now, Alize 2? And waiting for, like, Helifine is sitting there hoping that maybe one of these squirrels is actually her friend, or like is gonna get possessed by her friend and they're suddenly gonna be back somehow. So it's really kind of sad to, like, it's very sad to watch.
The squirrel, after a little while, would like start running around you, climbing up on you, and try to dig through your hair, your clothes, to find food.
I mean,
they're really food motivated.
I will continue to give them radishes if it means that they'll stay my friends.
For now, they will stay so long as you have radishes.
And I give them little bitty ear scritches.
They don't fear you.
What animal doesn't like ear scritches, though?
Sharks.
I will, however, when Sarkia calls me, I'm gonna kind of like get up and just say, oh, "Okay, stay right here, guys. Don't go anywhere," and I'll go to help Sarkia.
All right. The So I will need a check from Sarkia, a dexterity check, but you add your Arcana bonus to it. And are you proficient with Tinker's tools?
What do you think?
No. Good. So just Dex plus your Arcana modifier. So you've
22.
inscribed the runes perfectly.
Okay.
So nothing bad will happen.
Huzzah.
Well, now Helafine is going to have to make a strength athletic roll to bend properly.
So I'm rolling strength and adding my athletic modifier?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What dice haven't betrayed me yet tonight? Choices are hard, guys.
Well, tell this die that the fate of half of your party rests in its numbers.
Total, that's 26.
Oh yeah, it's like there's you make it look like effortless. Outside, the blizzard is so strong that it dimmed the light even inside. Like it's always somewhat dark outside, right? But the aurora borealis is what lights up Icewind Dale. Now there's just none of it. Aside from the fire, there is no light. And yet you feel that things are gonna be alright. You get a weird, like hair rising in the back of your neck, Helafine. Someone's coming.
From where?
Outside.
Can I go? Do I have a line of sight? Can I find one?
You can go to any of these windows. Just let me know which one.
Oh man. I'm gonna go over here. Can I see it from here?
Give me a sec. Yes. From there, you do see it. I should say see her.
I'm gonna try and do it sneaky too.
There is a large, bear-like form walking.
Oh,
on
it's your
two
girlfriend.
legs.
Is it Oya?
Yep.
Cool. I'll kind of like start waving really emphatically in the window.
You get the feeling she probably doesn't see you because of all the snow. Or if she did, she's not waving back.
Insight check to see if this is actually Oya.
Go right ahead. Because you know Oya, I'll give you advantage.
Okay. What that tells me? That tells me that it's not, but we're gonna see if Helafine understands that. 13.
It is Oya.
Well, if it's actually Oya, I'm gonna run outside and tackle hug her. You know, sneaking up on a bear god in the snow. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
You run outside, like Sarkia, as you're like putting together the artifact. You just hear the door like open and close. You run through the snow for about like a minute or so.
Mm-hmm.
And Oya is there. But like there's like a layer of snow around her. Like a snow Oya. Regardless, you tackle her. And she just like has enough time to like bear hug you before she loses her balance and you both fall down into the snow. Helaphine. Helaphine. You're alright. And she, like, taps your head and your shoulder and, like, touches the side of your face, like, I thought I had lost you.
No, I'm fine. Something's happening with my friends, though.
I felt a great disturbance.
In the force?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Like so many voices. God damn it!
Uh-huh.
Hang out at once!
But yeah, like your life had been snuffed out. I came here as fast as I could. I saw some shit coming up here.
What shit?
You and your friends are not safe.
Well, it's funny you should mention that. 3 of them are gone.
What?
We went to the cabin and we went inside and well, I actually technically went underneath it and Sarkia came with me because there was a squirrel and I thought maybe it could tell us something. So I started talking to it and the other 3 went inside and they disappeared. Alize took off her shoes first.
I will come out onto the porch and just start screaming into the blizzard for Helaphine to get back inside.
I am sorry for your friends, but we have to look after the living. Auril is coming.
Right now?
I don't know what's happening in this cabin. I don't know what sort of magical force was unleashed. But if I sensed it, she sensed it. And this blizzard is not natural.
What do we do?
We take everything and we run away as far as we can.
Well, then
until
let's
she
go. We can.
tires.
I
Run
will
away?
scream again from the porch. I've almost got this thing working. Get back inside.
We have to try and save
Stop talking
them.
to bears.
I'm not a bear.
Looks like a bear.
Oya would put you back on your feet and like turn around to look through the blizzard. And like she even puts a hand over her eyes like to try to see. I don't know how much time you have. Whatever you were trying to do, putting their souls to rest or what have you, you have to do it quick.
Okay. And I'll turn around and sprint back to the cabin.
Oya will say, "Hello, Zombie Orpheus. Hello, Raiders. We're playing
All
D&D."
strange dialect.
Hello.
Yes, Oya turns to the camera and she's like, "Hi."
No. No.
Wait a second. Are we talking about like the Zombie Orpheus?
Hmm? Is there a zombie Orpheus? Is there a version of Orpheus?
Like
that's
Zombie Orpheus Entertainment? Like the makers of the Guild and Journey Quest? Hi.
Oh, that.
Hello,
that one.
everyone.
I was talking
Well
about
then.
the character. I
Big
was like-
fan
I
here.
was like, what?
Longtime backer.
Boy, this is really a weird speech that you're making, though.
Oh yeah, come
don't
now.
understand.
No, actually, Oya would tell you, like, I will be right behind you.
Okay. And like I said, I'll run back to the cabin to help Sarkia.
You run back into the cabin. Sarkia, you notice Helaphine is coming, like, dashing through the snow, right?
In a one-horse open sleigh?
Running through the snow.
There you go.
As you reach the cabin, Helaphine, Sarkia just collapses. The weight of her pun was too much to bear.
Understandable.
Wait, too much
You
to
just
bear?
made a
There's
pun,
already
though.
2 bears. We can't
So
make
wait. Three wrongs don't make a right, Simon.
Ghosts all decide they'd be better off dead. They just leave.
And the campaign's over.
Oh.
No, so Helaphine rushes into the cabin. You have the ring in one hand. It's done. It's complete. It just needs to be fitted over the gyroscope.
All right, so I will hand Helaphine the gyroscope and say, do not turn it. Don't move. Don't breathe.
I hold my breath.
The squirrels
Sorry.
hold their breath.
Sarkia will fit the ring over the holy hand grenade.
You fit the ring over the gyroscope, and it clicks in place. Magically. The runes begin to light up. But then the light doesn't, get brighter as quick as it happened when, of course, the two of you weren't there. But for Etten, Alize, and Ragnar, you see the light. And it's the only thing that you see clearly through, like, this haze from the land of the dead.
Are we blinded by it?
You
don't
are
answer
stuck
that.
with Macredis for all eternity.
Or we stood up and
No, actually, you see the light clearly. And then you see Helaphine clearly. And then you see Sarkia. And then the cabin. The walls. And where everything was blurry before, everything becomes like sharp. Macredis, who was sharp before, becomes blurry. And you hear, despite his noise gate preventing him from saying hello, you hear the voice of Etten. And then you see Etten. Translucent at first, translucent, and then solid, corporeal. With all of your clothes.
Oh,
all of
good.
your
That
stuff.
was a very important question I was wanting to clear up.
Yes. The only thing, and the same will happen to Alize, the same will happen to Ragnar. The only thing that is not already on your body are the magic items that weren't destroyed by the explosion. So Alize, you reappear, but you're barefoot. Oh my god, another raid! Hello, other raiders!
If it looks like something magical is happening, Helaphine is going to go back outside, like the instant something starts happening, because if she is about to die, she's going to die with Oya.
When you look outside and like run outside, you notice Oya is already fending off 3 like ice, like little bats made of ice that are just like flying through the blizzard like they were just these big like pieces of hail, right? but they try to draw blood every time they fly by her. And she just turns around and like whacks one out of... I will move my tea. Whacks one out of the way, breaking it in a million pieces. And then turning around and trying to grab the other to bite it.
I go help.
Helifine, you run into the blizzard. And you notice in the distance, bright blue lights. Like so many bright blue eyes coming your way.
I'm gonna take bear form, turn back to the cabin, and growl as loud as I can, and then help Oya.
The closer Oral gets, my eyes don't do the creepy thing more, do they?
Nope.
Good deal. They're already creepy enough.
Ragnar Alice Etten, welcome back to the land of the living.
I realize instantly that we are like back. Do I
Oh,
feel
yeah,
like my normal self?
You feel your heartbeat. You can breathe. You're there.
I find like the first object near and just smack it just to make sure that I can easily.
You smack. Let's say you smack the book.
Yeah.
Or you
I
smack the
it.
table because the book was on the
Yeah,
ground.
whatever. Yeah.
You are barefoot, however, on a very cold wooden floor.
So I'll go to grab my boots and I find the rock in there, obviously. So I just pop it back into my bearing and put the boots on.
I will look at Etten. Apparently, we are under attack.
I just left the dead world.
Well, you can go back, apparently. It's out there with your friend. There's also a big bear lady. Well, a second big bear lady.
Oh, yeah?
Sarkia shrugs.
Well, good to see you too. Thanks for whatever you all did. Did you
Oh,
do
it
that?
was
I
just
don't know who
fantastic
did that.
magical work, not to mention my smithing and engraving, but yes.
The
Thanks.
artifact begins... Oh, sorry, Alice. Go ahead.
Thanks. I noticed you were trying to steal my boots right away of my dead body, but
You were not using them.
well, we'll sort it out later. So let's go help Helfine.
The...
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. The artifact begins to vibrate. And the runes on it light up even brighter. And all of a sudden, the blizzard outside stops. Helifine, the blizzard is still raging on, by the way. You had something you wanted to say, Sarkia.
Yes, so, she looks at Etten, she lets Etten know about outside, she makes sure that Alize has her boots and her upsetness. And she still has Ragnar's gloves because she'd picked them up off the floor. So she walks over to hand the gloves to Ragnar, and she gives him like an up and down, like a once over. Huh. I really don't know what she sees in you. And she hands him the gloves and turns around to go outside to go fight with her friends.
Helifine is not there.
Oh.
Just like the blizzard, Helifine is gone. Oya is gone. All that remains is the four of you, the rickety cabin, and a magical artifact powered by Chardalyn. That's where we're going to end tonight's game.
You forgot the squirrels.
Girls, where are the
Etten
squirrels?
2 and Alize 2.
The
they're hiding in
squirrels,
the cabin.
the squirrels, I'm keeping them for later. They are
To eat?
Like a snack?
they will have left the cabin in a hurry.
Hmm.
So, let's just do a little bit of upkeep. If one of you wants to add it to their character sheet, the Summer Star.
Well, I mean, I've got it. I made it. I keep it. No one touch.
No, when you give me my gloves, I would have ripped it out of your hands.
But I made it.
He doesn't care, and he would have tucked it very securely away inside of in his belongings.
She will re-emphasize her prior statement. Fine, put it in your inventory. I hope it blows you up.
Do you attune yourself to it?
No, he's just taking it out of her hands and shoving it out of the way for the moment.
So just add it to your sheet, the Summer Star. Basically what it does, if you replace the inner core with Chardolin, you can use an action to cast Control Weather. 5 miles around you, the weather becomes, what you want.
Summer.
Fall.
However, it can
Pumpkin
only
spice.
be used once.
Oh dear.
Oh.
In other words, we just got the thing that we have to hold on to until the boss fight. Everybody.
Now, I have something else to give to Etten.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Because Etten, when you come back, there is now a glowing golden light where your
Oh,
heart
man.
is.
Oh, he's got the Care Bear stare.
If you're not covering it up by like armor or thick clothing, it does show through your clothes.
Like an arc reactor?
Like an arc reactor. Which means that you get a special gift from Lathander. From now on, whenever you heal a creature, that creature also gains, is also blessed until the end of their turn.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good thing.
And that's
Justice is drunk with power.
And that is all the upkeep I had for you tonight.
Ooh, hello.
Are we
Elephine-
level 7 now?
Nope, not yet.
Well,
Oh.
8.
So, what did you think?
I think if I had like 2 more health, I would have survived that. Because I do take half damage from radiant damage, so I would have survived that if I was just.
Oh my god.
But
yeah,
you know
that's
what?
why I was asking.
You know
I
what?
was like,
You didn't.
Instead, the stupid god had to do stupid things.
You didn't.
God, not stupid.
So, with that said, friends, players, if you have anything to shout out, anything that you are in this week, any projects you've got going on, please do so right away. We're going to do the same order as we did the intros earlier, so we are going to start by the man touched by a god repeatedly. Etten.
Yes. I'm Aiden. I don't have much going on. I assume that I will be rescuing my friends and you mean me?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I'm Justice. I'm one half of the team at Bard and Barbarian. We do stuff most days of the week. This week we are taking off our Tuesday zombie game, but you can find that on YouTube. It's a lot of fun. We're running Outbreak Undead every Tuesday. We do 3 on, 1 off. And this week we return to our Iron Dust and Blood, which is Call of Cthulhu Down Darker Trails on Thursday. And we hit back up with our Mage game on Friday over on Q Times, and our Tuesday, Thursday morning show,
which I try to watch religiously. I have opinions about Waterworld, y'all. Up next,
I don't know if I've ever watched it. So that episode was funny.
I think I've seen parts of it.
Quality flick. One of the greatest flops in Hollywood history as far as monetary goes.
Ones, yeah.
But
I saw it opening weekend.
Phenomenal movie.
You also saw End of Days on opening weekend.
Alize.
Hi everyone, I am Tumai. Go by Professor XR and social media on the social media that's left for me since I'm suspended still on Twitter. Thank you, Twitter. As like mainly majority of the crypto channels or groups. I am really heavily involved and busy with the crypto lifestyle on YouTube. But other than that, I love to come out and game, and this is the only game I have going on so far. So, thank you.
You're very welcome. Ragnar.
I'm Ragnar, weird bird person of the group, and also known as Pirate Jesus _ on the socials. You can find me here doing the things with the dice and the rolling and being sullen and angry and God stuff, and hopefully not dying next time. Hopefully.
Next is Sarkia.
Hello, I am Kelly, mostly known as the Opera Geek. You can find me pretty much everywhere at the Opera Geek. I do stream a variety of things on my own Twitch channel, including streaming tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm playing. Please don't ask. No idea. I also am Odessa the Gunslinger in Let's Get Wild Mount, which is on twitch.tv/criticalbard or twitch.tv/D&D on Saturday afternoons, although we are off this week. Other than that, yeah, just you can follow my Twitters at the Opera Geek or here on Twitch, and I will be there. I didn't think this through.
We'll skip me for now. Halifine.
Hey, yeah. So I'm Diana D'Amico. I do all kinds of stuff. So as Justice mentioned, we over at Bard and Barbarian do a Tuesday and Thursday morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern. We talk about RPG news and Kickstarters and survival situations. This Thursday in the early afternoon, I have to check the actual time slot. I'm going to be doing a panel with Becca Scott and some fine folks over at Black Magic Collective about streaming and how and why to do it. And then Thursday in the evening, I'll be on Iron Dust and Blood. Just can't wait to dive into that not at all haunted coal mine that we discovered last time.
Silver mine.
You know, either way, not a great place to be. And then yeah, Friday we're back with Mage over on Q Times. Exciting stuff. But yeah, that's me. That's all.
And as for me, I'm Simon at Wandering DM. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. Thank you Raiders. Thank you both Raiders, both group of Raiders. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the subs. Thank you players for taking the time once again on a Monday night to come play D&D with me. And as for me, you can find me every Monday here, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, GMing Rime of the Frost Maiden. Then on, well, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday is the premiere of our Malifaux game. If you are into strange, horror, Weird West stories, make sure to drop by. It is going to be amazing. There is a lot of yelling in private yelling excitedly in private DMs on Twitter at the moment regarding that game. And then this Thursday is actually the premiere of Sentinels of the Multiverse, So the Simon Cinematic Universe begins this Thursday with both the launch of the trading card game that goes along with it, so that you can play and also alter the world of the game live. And of course, all the donations from that TCG are all going to the players. So this only goes to remunerate the cast. And then Friday, Cyberpunk Red, we're going to be back. I know it's been a while, but we're going to be there. And then on Saturday afternoon at 1:30 p.m. Eastern is Scion, Birth of the New Gods. So we're continuing our story of mythic storytelling through the world. That's it. I have
Yay!
trouble finding words. Mechworky in chat, it is not a... So it's a TCG that I made using Streamloots. So it is only available during the stream. And you collect these cards and you can play them to alter like the stream, to help players, or to actually alter the world. And some of them actually are like have synergy like in Magic. So something happens, the players respond, and then the chat gets something for the next card. And also a bunch of other stuff, but I'm not going to go into it just yet. You'll discover it on Thursday. Thank you everyone for coming again. Let me see if anyone else is left streaming at this late an hour. Oh, yeah, one of my friends, Miss Magitech, actually is playing Dragon Age Inquisition right now. So I think we're going to go raid Tracy and just shower her with D&D love. Hope I wrote her name right. And on that, thank you everyone for coming, and stay safe, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Get vaccinated.
Bye.
Do it.
Bye.